Welcome to this video, guys. I have a special guest, Jamil Damji. Jamil, good to be with you again, brother.
Always being around you is like the best, Jerry.
I know. I love hanging out with you.
Likewise.
And we've done a bunch of content here on the channel. Thank you for coming back, guys. We have a really special topic. I asked Jamil, what is something that would be so helpful? You know, at the time of this recording, we're starting the new year. What we're going to talk about applies anywhere or any time of the year. But I think it's really relevant this year because we're now saying 2022 on everything we do. And so I see this sentiment, you see it quite a bit as well, which is wholesaling is extremely difficult. It's saturated, it's a seller's market, there's no deals, it's so hard to find a deal. And so people talk themselves out of the deal before they've even got the deal, right?
Right.
So we're gonna really break down this idea. You're gonna share some, how to handle that, I think hopefully from a mindset and also from strategy, like technique, what do we do about this? And how we can have a tremendous year, hit those goals, and be really successful in this business. All that and more coming up.
For a limited time, you can get a free copy of Jerry Norton's Deal Analyzer software, which runs the numbers on any property for you in seconds. Get it now at mydealanalyzer.com.
If you're new here, I'm Jerry Norton. I make millions of dollars a year wholesaling and flipping houses. And here on my channel, I teach you how to do the same. So if you want to be a flipping genius like me, subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. So Jamil, thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this topic. I love this topic. I mean, I think we could talk about this forever. But let's really get into this because so many people are drawn to wholesaling. All the benefits that you derive from it are amazing. Like, control of your lifestyle, no ceiling on your income, doing something fun and exciting, helping people.
Super low barrier to entry.
Low barrier to entry, no money or low money down. All those things are so powerful. But then there's this other side of it where people are like, wow, but it's so saturated and it's so competitive and it's a seller's market and no way are sellers going to sell at a discount right now. And all these things. And like I said, people talk themselves out of it before they've even done it.
Right.
What would you say to that? Because you get this as well quite a bit.
I get it a lot for sure, and sometimes I'll see it in like the comment section of an ad I run or a YouTube video. I'll put it out and someone will say, real great content, Jamil. However, it's 2021 or 2022. The market is bananas. Everything is selling in multiple offers. You put it on the MLS, it's multiple offers immediately, selling 50, 60, 70,000 over list. How can anyone be selling at a discount when we're seeing market conditions that have that?
Sellers all want Zillow.
Right.
We call it Zillow, right? They see the Zillow number and then that's their number, right? Yeah, all those things.
I think that what's missing from that conversation is context. Because when you're talking about retail real estate, 100%.
Yeah.
They're right. Retail real estate for the average American homeowner or prospective homeowner is going bananas, right? But we're talking about turnkey, we're talking about retail ready, we're talking highly improved. This is the kind of product that's
at least clean and livable, move-in ready.
Right.
Yeah.
Turnkey, right? We're seeing that this is the kind of product that's having the escalated pricing. This is where we're seeing massive amounts of appreciation, multiple offer situations, highly competitive offers, cash buyers, all of that happening in that space. Hedge funds, all of that is living in there. But what hasn't changed, what hasn't changed, and I don't think will ever change, is what creates the subsect of homes that we as wholesalers trade in, and that's distressed property or distressed situations. For example, when you're looking at one of the houses that you or I would wholesale or fix and flip for that matter, these are houses that are in absolute terrible condition. Now, what people don't realize is, as a retail real estate agent, that's one of the most difficult properties for me to sell because it's not financeable. You see, a retail buyer is most likely going to go get a conventional loan or an FHA loan to purchase this property, meaning they're going to put 5 to 20% down on the house.
And if they even had the cash, they wouldn't be buying that house because it's not livable. It needs a ton of work.
Right. And so because they're getting these loans are subject to inspections and appraisals. Now, what's interesting is the houses that we typically wholesale or fix and flip would never pass an inspection or the appraisal for that type of loan, right? And so
at its current condition.
And so there is no immediate liquidity or ready cash buyers that are ready to take a property like that on because the condition of it is so poor, it can't be financed by a traditional lending source. So what we as wholesalers offer real estate agents and homeowners that are facing that type of situation is an opportunity for a seamless or a convenient sale. Secondly, I don't care how hot a market is. We live in the United States of America, and in the United States of America, what we have really put a massive amount of equity in as a culture is convenience. Everything is about convenience in our culture, right? From the way we eat to the way we dress to the way we travel,
we want it now.
the way we communicate. Everything is convenience based, and people are willing to pay for convenience, right? For instance, taxi cabs, pain in the ass. Uber, easy to do, right? How many people Uber now that never taxied?
Yeah.
Right? When you think about it, it's a matter of convenience. And we're willing to always pay for convenience. So the public is willing to pay and sell to you at a discount because you bring a convenient situation or a solution.
Convenience in close quickly, as is.
Correct.
You know, I'll cover the closing costs, all of that, making it super easy for someone to get out of that distressed property. That's what you mean by convenience.
Absolutely.
There's so much value in that.
Absolutely.
Like that's an asset, right? Like that's something that is of value to people.
Absolutely. And when you're looking at the types, again, of the properties that we're dealing with, these sometimes are inherited properties, sometimes these are fire burn properties, sometimes these have, massive structural issues or just a tremendous amount of dated materials in there. So it's just like a nightmare as a retail listing. And they need a significant amount of investment to make it livable.
And this is a real number. I mean, what is it, 6 to 10% of homes?
From what I understand,
it's a real number, isn't it?
I think as of the 2020 census, it's 12 million properties are vacant.
12 million.
12 million.
And that's
properties.
only one subset of distress.
Exactly.
Is vacant.
Right. And so we're not talking about code violations. We're not talking about
pre-foreclosures, probates, all those.
Exactly. And so when you think about it, we might be talking about 20 million houses at any given time in the United States. So when I hear that an investor or prospective investor, somebody that's embarking on the beginning of their wholesale career, use that as a reason for not taking action or waiting on the sidelines or not doing the thing, I understand that it's not the market and it's not the competition that's stopping them. It's an internal limiting belief.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the lizard brain trying to keep you safe from embarking on what could be a dangerous entrepreneurial journey. And so your mind is going to start ejecting all of these reasons as to why not to take action.
And that comes out in everything you do. Like, I think what's making me think of is on the phones, right? Like if you already think on the phone they're going to say no, there's an energy that's portrayed, it's felt, your confidence isn't there, and you don't make the sale. Whereas if you truly believe every phone call is the deal.
Yes.
Next thing you know, you're closing.
1,000%.
And so it really is that mindset comes into play. I have another perspective to think about with this is I look at the market and I think when the market's a seller's market and it's up, there's some real benefits and then there's also some real challenges.
Sure.
And then the other way, it's also that way, right? So right now in the seller's market, it is true that it's harder to get deals. Like acquisition is harder, right? Because everyone's fighting for deals and it is harder. But we don't look at that as a negative thing because the benefit then is you sell at premiums and easier and faster. My rehabs are way less than they were because buyers don't care. I don't have to do as much to the house and they're fine, right? Or money's easier when it's up. And our wholesale fees are double what they were when it's a down market.
Right. What's interesting that you say that. So, Keegley, our wholesale operation, we're known for high volume, right? But in the past, we were more high volume and smaller deal sizes. There was a year where we did, 1,000 transactions, but our average deal size was like $8,000, right?
Yeah.
That was the average assignment fee. Now, our average deal is around $20,000.
Yeah.
But in the year 2021, we did 492 deals. So our volume has decreased, but our profit margins have nearly tripled.
And margin over volume is always better.
Always better.
Lifestyle just doubled in
It
improvement.
did because I'm working less and I'm making more.
Less
right?
headache, more profit.
And
that is so true.
It is. And that's what you get in markets that are highly heated and highly competitive. You just got to be better at what you do.
Yeah.
So because you are a flipping genius,
Thank you.
And you are. I mean, Jerry, let's be honest. In this space of real estate investing, you've taught so many people how to do this and to do it at a high level with integrity. And, you know, being an Arizona boy, I know, because I see Jerry's handprint on a lot of projects and on different things, like you're the real deal.
Thank you.
How...
That means a lot coming from you too, Joe.
But you know what? I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. And so again, thank you for being the guy you are. What is one thing that you're doing right now that's different? How have you pivoted a little bit to just meet the new market cycle or the new market conditions that a highly heated market are presenting?
Awesome. So now you're asking me the questions. One thing that I really we're doing quite a bit of on my new construction side. So I do a lot of new construction. It's still flipping. And one niche strategy that we found right now is the build time and the shovel dirt time has gone up quite a bit.
Right.
So for example, in Paradise Valley, Arizona, where I do some high-end stuff, if I can acquire the lot, I can get the architectural plans done and I can get it through the permitting process and have it ready to go. I now have created a package deal to wholesale at a massive premium.
Oh, are you wholesaling some of those opportunities pre-build?
Yeah, rather than see it through, build it and flip it, we're now putting those deals together. It's taken me a year, so it's not quite like a wholesale, right? Because it takes me a year to get the plans done and get my permitting done. Not everyone, it takes a year.
So you're creating new potential, essentially, because again, now you haven't improved anything. You haven't actually shoveled. You haven't actually built anything.
Correct.
But you created new potential with the plans and the opportunity to build and the permits, right?
Yeah.
So the new potential has been created. Now you can sell that portion of potential, which is essentially all we're ever doing in wholesale anyways, is selling potential. You create new potential. What kind of wholesale fee could someone get from creating
these
new
ones,
value?
they're massive. Yeah, so the one we just did was almost $1 million profit after lot, after plans, after permitting, and after carrying that lot.
Yes.
But it was a 1.2 buy. You know, we spent whatever, 100 on plans. You know, we actually did the demo on the old building, so we had some money there. But then I sold it for 2.5.
Wow.
And who was it? It was a client that was like, I do not want to go through the brain damage of a year before I can start building. I want to build now, and I'll pay.
Again, circling back to America's convenience.
They are paying that number for convenience. Now, they can go get a deal at what I bought it for.
Right.
And what did I really do? Not much. I mean, but I got the deal.
You created new potential.
I created the potential.
And that's essentially the thing, right? On our end, something that we've done to pivot to just create new opportunities is we've really doubled down on our relationships with real estate agents.
Oh, yeah.
Because again,
I've seen you going to agent a lot more agent route.
Well, you know,
I love agent
we built
route.
Keegley on agents, right? And it was something that we kind of kept tight-lipped about for a while, but I thought, you know what, we need to share this strategy with the public, because what's happening is people, especially real estate agents, because they're not being addressed or even collaborated with by the wholesale community in the appropriate manner, there's this tension where they don't know how to work together. But when you actually figure out how to work together, agent and wholesaler, in a collaborative, cooperative manner, everybody makes more money. So we've been doubling down on our outreach and our agent relationships to do more wholesale deals. How I like to look at it is if every working agent is making 50 calls a day to homeowners, and I talk to 50 agents a day, I'm effectively talking 2,500
And it's more than that. It's more than that, because the reason why I love the agent model is because of the relationship. Once you make that connection with that agent
over and over,
now they're calling you every time they get another distressed property.
Correct.
And it's never about the deal in hand. I tell this to my students. It's never about the property you're talking to with that agent about right now. It's never about that.
It's about what's coming around
the
corner.
It's about the next one, and for the next 5 years. And I have agents where we've done dozens of deals over time because I'm their go-to guy. They come to me with their next deal. And you can't do that private direct seller.
You can't.
It's a one time.
It's a one-trick pony. Speaking of which, I think I have a deal for you.
Where?
In Scottsdale.
Oh.
Yeah, 1,150,000 entrants.
1,150,000.
The exact model match comp is 2.1.
Okay, and what's it need?
Just a
Cosmetic?
cosmetic remodel.
Cosmetic?
Yeah.
350, 450.
I would call it 300. It's a 3,000 square foot house.
Lipstick on a pig?
Yeah. Do we got a deal?
So you're in 1.4, flip at 2.5?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
All right.
How big is it?
30,
Because our rehab
just about
numbers
3,200 square feet.
How many?
3,200 square feet.
32?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it is 350.
Yeah.
If you were going to tell me it was 6,000 feet, I would be like,
it's
no,
a
your
small-
rehab's
and
going
the-
to be
and
6.
The model match comp is the same size. So guys, you just saw me sell a deal to Jerry Norton on his own YouTube channel.
And got me to commit to it.
You guys all heard it. We're
one's
gonna
done
do a
that before.
follow-up. We're gonna do a follow-up, and we'll actually walk that house together once Jerry buys a deal for me and I get my feet. You're the
Only
best.
if I can be on TV.
Awesome. I love you, Jerry.
Thank you. Guys, I hope you took this to heart. Never let that mindset of it's hard, you know, there's no deals, this doesn't work. And it comes down to those quality conversations, right? If you're
100%.
if you're talking to 5 people a day, 10 people a day, and they're quality conversations where you're putting a number in front of somebody, right? Like, here's my number. You're gonna get a deal. You're gonna land deals, and you're gonna get a couple a month, and you're gonna get that ball rolling. But that's the benchmark, right? If you're not making offers, you're not getting deals. Plain and simple.
That's the name of the
You
game.
gotta get those offers in there. So thank you, Jamil. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.